the next part is to put it back together. So, the easiest way to do it is to have it lying like this and put the ribbon cable back into here. So that goes in there. And again, make sure you push it in properly, because if it's not in properly, it won't work, and everyone always stuffs this part up. And then clip it down. Next, it's important to get the wires sitting in the right place again, because if the wires aren't in the right place, it will not close. So this white cable goes in here and wedges in between those two bits there, and then it also wedges in there and there. Okay, and then after that's in place, bring the black wire across to this side and then lift the whole thing over, and the black wire comes straight out here, and the white wire, lift it out from underneath and put it back in its place. Make sure it's in its right place, and it comes out there, and it has to come out there, otherwise it won't sit together properly. After that's done, you have two silver screws, small Phillips head silver screws, that go there and there. So screw them together. Okay. So the white one gets plugged in there, white one goes there. It's like a button, you just put it on top and push it. Just make sure it's on top. And it clips in. Now this part can be very tricky. Again, just take your time. Just do it over and over. This black part slides underneath this part, but normally it doesn't work first time, so just keep trying it over and over again until it goes through, because it will go through eventually. And the black parts come out there, black wire, and then it attaches here. So that just goes on there. And that's that done. Okay, at this stage it's good just to make sure that everything's working. So you just get the battery, push it against the metal bits, against these metal bits here. Just push it in, hold it in place, turn it over, and then turn it on. Give it a tap. Make sure everything's working, and that's it. Done. Next is to do the buttons. So if your buttons are all in pieces, you'll have a left and a right button, the two button axes and the two springs. The easiest way to do it is to get the axis and stick it in there. Then get the left button and a spring, line up the holes so the spring is lined up with the hole, and then put it over the axis together. And that's it. And then the next part is to bend this spring to sit inside this little catchy bit here. So you just bend the spring, and that sits in there like that. And then that's how the button works. Let's do the same for the other side. The axis goes there. The spring, line them up. Put it on, and then bend the spring to fit in there. And then the button just works just like that. The next part is to put the cover back on, the back cover. So another very important point when putting the back cover on is to make sure the volume button and the power button are lined up when you put the case together. So if the volume is to the left, you make sure the volume is to the left. And the power button is always down, so make sure the power button is always down. Because if they're not lined up, you'll snap the buttons off. So making sure the buttons are in the right place. Line the case on. Make sure the buttons aren't resisting, and then push it on. Then we will have 2 gold screws, 3 long tri-ring silver screws, 1 black tri-ring screw, and 1 silver screw, Phillips head screw. Silver Phillips head goes here. The 2 gold Phillips heads go in there and in there. The black tri-ring screw, it's black, goes right in the middle, and the 3 long tri-ring screws, long tri-rings, go there, there, and there. Then the battery goes back on. Black rubber. And then you want to replace the black rubber feet. So there we go. And then it should turn on. Make sure it's all working. And you can turn the volume up to make sure you can hear the sound. When we tap the touch screen. Make sure it's all working. Now the very last step is to replace the border around the new touch screen. Or if you're doing a case, the case comes with a new border. If you want, you can peel the old border off the old touch screen and put it back. Or if you have a new one, you can put a new one on there. So all you have to do is peel that off. And stick it on. And then I'll show you how to calibrate the screen. Make sure you do this as carefully as you can. Then make sure that everything's working. And confirm.
What up, y'all? Yeah, soundtrack, what's poppin', baby? Woo! Y'all ain't know, I go by the name of Lupe Fiasco. Represent